Isn't there some, like, haunted house? Hi there.
Well, the history on this house is that it was built in 1868 by a man named Moses Pettengill, who was one of the founding fathers of Peoria, and he was a very religious man. So when it came to building the church first or his home first, his wife and he decided to build the church first. He had a house here on the property that burned down in 1865, and so when he rebuilt it so that it should never burn again, meaning that the interior and the exterior walls are made out of 12-inch thick brick. So when you knock on the walls,
Wow.
you can't...
This is solid.
This is solid. This isn't going anywhere. We've had people on the porch that have been here for something, and 4 or 5 ladies standing there and be like, "Oh, we didn't know you had a caretaker who lived here." We're like, "We don't." They're like, "Well, man just looked out the curtains at us." I have fortunately not have had any of those experiences, but I do talk to the ghost when I'm here.
Just to be friends with them in case they should make an appearance.
I go ahead and tell him to keep his ghostness to a minimum. I don't want to see him, hear him, feel him.
The silence heavily on the wood boards.
Yeah. Well,
the phone ring.
And then the phone rings, yes.
It's like the ring.
Well, you mentioned spirits, but there are spirits of a different sort here.
Yes. We have assortment of our Hiram Walker liquor, which it was actually Peoria-based.
Full or empty when you found them?
Some are empty, some are full, some are half drunk. So, it's kind of questionable whether we did it or not. We're not going to ever tell.
The top hat, is that a nod to Abraham Lincoln?
That is a nod to Abraham Lincoln. It is a beaver hat. The chair in which it's sitting is a soldier's chair. It is kind of squared off like that, so a soldier could sit down in it with his sword on. This particular one we think was actually a commode chair because of how long the apron is. It would have actually covered up having the pot concealed in your bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Kind of like a very fancy porta potty.
In the middle of the night, you would either use that or go outside.
Yes.
And you probably would use that.
Most ladies would probably use that. Men probably still went outside.
Does this house have a basement?
It does.
Can we see it?
Yeah.
Is it one of these doors?
Yes. I don't know that you
Is it
want
creepy?
to. No,
Well, I looked up the stairs and saw someone standing there. Is that... Just kidding. Just kidding.
Oh, this isn't so creepy. I've seen creepier basements than this.
Yeah.
Yes, it gets creepier.
Is the house?
Yes. Gotta have your mistletoe downstairs for some reason.
Are there secret passageways here?
Not that I know of. I have not discovered any. What do you think it is?
I think that you put hot coals in it and put it under the sheets.
Exactly. Well, you wouldn't, but your servants would.
Oh, well, I would be one of the servants probably at that time.
Okay, well
It's
then...
fresh off the boat from Italy. Yes, senor, yes.
I mean, you can't have a Victorian home without a fainting couch.
Why
in
do
it.
they call it a fainting couch?
Well, because when women would get corseted up, they would pull them so tight that they would pass out from lack of air. Of course, if you imagine 18 inches around is about this big. And that's how big most of their waists are.
What were the entertainment options that people had? No internet access, no television. What did they do?
We're looking at it.
You had dominoes. You had playing cards. They had things called the stereoscope, which is a very kind of interesting version of a 3D viewfinder.
Oh, right. It's just like a video.
Yes.
It doesn't move.
Yes, but you would make up your own stories to go with that.
I think you would fit in this life. It seems
think I
like you
would
would like
too.
it.
I'm really
You don't like TV. You don't.
That's true.
This
All
is
right.
the attic.
Okay.
There's
And it's chilly in the attic.
It's very cold in the attic. It's not insulated
And there's a
very well up
spooky
here.
window there.
Right there where you're standing, right
Yeah.
under this little glass case here, is actually a coffin.
That is a coffin for real?
One of our volunteers has built for himself that he wants to be buried in, and they did several years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago, they did a Victorian mourning practices here in the house, and we just moved it upstairs in the attic until he needs it. This is a place that I do not come if there's no one in the house.
Oh, yeah.
I can't blame you. All right, so it was a little spooky walking around in there.
It was. You really feel like you can feel the family members, their spirits or something.
Yeah, it was. A real Christmas feel, though, too. And if you want to experience the house for yourself, Pettengill-Morron House is open 6 to 8 p.m. Friday and Saturday and Sunday afternoon at 2 if you want to take a tour yourself.
And there are other Christmas things going on, right?
Right. There's the Nutcracker at the Civic Center Theater on Saturday night, and there's the Sing It Yourself Messiah at St. Paul's Episcopal Church on Sunday afternoon. So if you can go and sing your heart out.
And if you're looking for music of a different sort, Insane Clown Posse is coming to the East Peoria Event Center on Friday, and we will be live at the concert.
Yes, we're going to see what's behind that makeup and what really goes into Fago. We're going to find out.
There's some movies opening too. Invictus. This is a Clint Eastwood film starring Morgan Freeman as Nelson Mandela, and it's all about how they won the 1995 Rugby World Cup. And I just gave away the ending. Sorry for that. But
well, I think everyone knows that already. But this is Oscar material.
Yes, they're already talking about Morgan Freeman winning an Oscar for this.
Okay, so that's what's going on this weekend.
Sing it yourself. Sing it yourself.
Sing it yourself. Sing it yourself.